an interdisciplinary analysis between subjectivity and gender bias and the construction of the subject in the she storytelling. Laura Caro, you may start now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. Today I'm going to present the madness into literature, as you can see in this title. And also, let's start with the central question about how can the experience of madness be narrated when it's principally the subject who attempts to tell the story that has been profoundly transformed. Here I'm using the key concept of my thesis, that is she storytelling identity, while literature opened the madness as a metaphor of the train journey and also the diagnostic journey. So here you can see the index. I'm going to proceed along the presentation because I'm going to deal about misinterpreted madness and narrative diagnosis, also the brain injury and madness with emotional regulation, the gender and the mirror neurons, and identity of she storytelling, and also the narrative critical analysis of my two novels, as I mentioned previously, with misclassification of the symptoms. So now, to address this research, it was necessary to develop interdisciplinary theoretical framework, because the central hypothesis of my thesis is that madness should not be understood only as a medical condition of psychological symptoms, because it can be after a trauma being neurological ones. So the story of medicine in the contemporary neuroscience argued that literature provides a unique space for understanding experience of trauma and psychological suffering for patients after the clinical language misunderstanding. And also the framework showed that the female protagonists analyze experience as a transformation of identity, and trauma reshape the understanding of the narrative lives of the patient, and also the fragmentation of the dissentation of she storytelling and emotional duality, and distinction between the mental health and brain health, between the brain and the mind. And also you see all the authors that I will deal along the presentation. The objective is the interdisciplinary approach combining literature study and gender theory and the story of medicine, and neuroscience to better understand how autobiographical narrative of trauma and madness reconstruct the identity and experience of the patients. So in the corpus of autobiographical novels, as I use in my study, you see I am the author and patient of both novels, the Get Up the Mental Stop 1 and the Get Up the Mental Stop 2. I using in the title Mental Stop as the meaning of the protagonist, because the protagonist was in a coma after a traumatic brain injury and was a real pause in her life, and symbolize the mental stop like the interaction of memory loss, the identity, and the sense of self as well, and the transformation of the memory and the relationship between the body, emotion, and female subjectivity. So now we are going to see the concept of she storytelling between I and she. So the recurring phenomenon of these two persons we discuss in great detail here, because however the narrative progress and start with the person I, but slowly replaced with the narrative she after being in coma and losing all the memory. And this transformation is a reconfiguration of the subjectivity itself and also the reconstruction of the identity. For this reason, I introduced the concept she storytelling, in which female identity is reconstructed through memory, experience, and emotional disruption into the narrative like subjectivity alteration. So now we are going to see she storytelling history, because it represents neurological trauma. As I mentioned previously before, in 2006 was the traumatic brain injury, and in 2018, after all the recovery and all the medical tests normal, appear everything in my right hand with paralysis, with tingling, even to stop movement, and no recognition either. Until in 2022, everything started in my brain. And in 2024, was the duality of emotion, the emotional regulation, and the transformation of the subjectivity. So the difficulty of recognition and emotional expression. So we are going to see here the emotional duality in Ledoux's 2005 proposed the trauma-lead emotional tracing in the amygdala. And Pessoa 2010 further demonstrate that the emotional array from multiple interacting neural pathways rather than a single root, providing a neurobiological base for emotional complexity and duality. So here we see the emotional duality plus the madness, because the process of fragmentation of her is between the emotional duality. Through my analysis of my own experience as a TBI patient, I observed that the protagonists experience emotions that appear to be incompatible at the same time. For example, she is able to smile while experiencing profound emotional pain, and she feels emptiness simultaneously and intensive love oppositely. I argue that the contradiction should not be understood as a psychological one, because it's an alteration in the brain, connected with the neural network. In two perspectives, we see the science suggests that the amygdala detects emotional regulation and depends on the neural network, like Ledoux, 1996, and Damasio. And from my perspective as an author, describe my emotional experience as a neural network integrated with alteration and the differentiation and the regulation of emotion. So here we are going to see she and he like a mirror neurons. According to Ramaj Duran, Angiamotti and Risolati, as you can see, we see the boundary between I, she, and he that are the main character of both novels, creating a fluid identification and the subjectivity of the woman and the protagonist. In female identity, we can see the self-perception and also the gaze of others for non-recognition of herself. According to Showalter, the process leads to internalization of the male gaze as a gender study. And here we see the amygdala and the boundary between the mental health and the brain health, because in particular this study focused the amygdala as a brain structure that plays fundamental role of the feel, processing, and the emotional regulation, and the emotional memory, and the perception of the dangers. Historically, women's mental health was misunderstood because mind and brain were treated as separate. As Incel 2013 argued, the division delayed both scientific understanding and effective treatment, highlighting the need to view mental disorder as brain disorder with psychological and social dimension. And here we are going to analyze again my novel. Let's start with the first one. As you can read, I smell your fragrance, fresh and aromatic. I had your near. That way the mirror neuron can activate without any autonomy. Told me before. You can read it, of course. And here we see in this autobiographical narrative that the protagonist evocate the woman's presence through smell and memory, and the reference to the mirror neuron suggests the emotional identification among he and she. At the same time, the male perspective, the woman is constructed as an object of her, and she is primarily seeing her memory and her emotion down until him. So, in the novel 2, as you see, the Girl at the Mental 2, La Chica la Parada Mental 2, que la tenemos traducida en español. Here we see the quote. So, suddenly, what she was speaking, she smelled euphoric, so the emotion, you can read it, of course. And this passage shows emotional dysregulation and also the turning to fear and sadness. Through sheer storytelling identity, the narrative gives her a voice, and a woman's emotional experience too difficult of revolution, but she tried to have a voice and recognize her own emotion. So as a discussion, I like to say the research problem focus on how badness is represented in 19th and 20th century into the literature. More specifically, it examines the relationship between trauma, subjectivity, brain injury, invisibility, emotion, and gender, exploring about the construction of the identity and the literature representation of mental health after having a brain injury. So, as a conclusion, we are going to say about the new concept of emotional duality, the contrariety of emotion, and also the combination between the literature and neuroscience, and reframe that the madness as a critical language challenge diagnosis narrative and distinguish between brain health and the mental health, particularly in patients with acquired brain injury. So, If you like to ask me any question about my presentation, don't hesitate to ask me. Here you can see again my social media and my QR of the novel one because the second one is still processing in America. Also, my website is in the QR as well if you want to hear more information about my real case. Because if you have any question, ask me because I am a real person of being a coma for almost a month, so losing all myself.
Thank you, Laura. What a story. Separating mental from brain health. I want to read your novels. We will get the questions for the end of the session, okay? I hope you can stay with us and listen to the other presentations.
Yes, of course.